What's up, everybody? Welcome to another lesson in our landing page crash course. Today, we are talking about one of the most important elements on your landing page, if not the most. So if you are struggling to get the conversions that you want from your landing page, if you have never put a landing page together before and you're trying to piece the different elements together right now, this is a super important video that you have to watch. Let's talk about your searching habits. Let's say that it's COVID time and you've been sitting for about a year in your home office and you have so much back pain, it is terrible. So you go to Google, right? I mean, that's what I would do. And you start typing all sorts of things in Google, searching for a solution. Maybe you're looking for a chair. Maybe you're looking for something to remind you to sit up straight. I don't know. But you start typing in things, and then what do? I'll tell you what I do. I see a long list of opportunities and options and different links that I need to click on. So I click on the command button and I start opening all those different tabs all at the same time because I don't want to lose my space, I don't know. Anyway, you open all of those tabs and then you do the thing that I love to call tab jumping. So you go from tab to tab looking for some sort of solution that is going to stick. Something that will make you go, this is interesting. Let's read on. My question to you is, what is that something? What is that thing that when you land on a page that makes you say, let's find out more about this and keep reading or click through? Because all the other ones, you kind of jump in and you're like, nope. That's kind of you closing the tab. Nope. But then you land on something, you're like, oh, okay, let's read on. What is that thing that makes you say, I should learn more about this company? Usually it's going to be some kind of desired outcome, some sort of result that is promised on that page that makes you say, yeah, that's what I want. That is it. And that, my friends, is a value proposition. And that is actually what we're going to be talking about today. How to uncover your value proposition. Let's talk about what that actually is. So a value proposition is that one thing that makes people say that they're going to choose you over your competitor. It's that one thing that makes you unique and different than everyone out there in the market. It's not easy to identify. It's not easy to understand. But when you have it, that is actually going to be the key to the success of your landing page. What that means is that if you can find the one definitive thing that separates you from everyone else, then your prospects will be able to land on that page and say, I definitely need to work with this company and no one else. Here's what a unique value proposition is not. It is not your features, it is not your pricing, and it is not your solution. A value proposition is an outcome that your prospects are going to get. What that means is not what you're selling, but the value that it has in your life. Now, I want you to take a look at your landing page right now, if you have one, or even your website, because that is super important, and ask yourself, are you actually focusing on the features, the pricing, your solution that you are providing? Or are you talking about the most valuable outcome and the result that your customers are going to get? Let me give you an example. A value proposition is not the complete guide to growing your vegetables. That's not a value proposition. That is a headline that kind of tells you what you're giving them. That is the solution. What could be the value proposition? It could be never step into the grocery store again. Learn how to grow your vegetables so that it can nourish your family forever. That is a value proposition. It's not about the guide. It's about the fact that once you consume this guide, once you understand how to follow this step-by-step process, you will never have to go into the supermarket again. You'll never have to waste money. You'll be able to grow everything you need for your family in your garden. That is a value proposition, which means that the secret to a value proposition, the one that stops people from jumping from tab to tab, that makes people stop on yours, is that you make it about them, about their results and their value. But how do you find your value proposition? Right now, I've kind of broken down, hey, this is what you need, but this actually tends to be one of the biggest challenges people struggle with when they're trying to put together not just a landing page, but their entire website and everything that is attracting customers. So how can you figure it out? Let's use my 4-step process for doing that. What you want to do is you want to open a Google Doc or if you're anything like me, pen and paper, and basically start writing down the following things. Number 1, what is the biggest pain that your customers are struggling with? What is the one thing that's keeping them up at night, that is annoying them, that's frustrating them? What is that pain that they're trying to eliminate that you are going to solve for them? That's the number 1 thing you want to write down. Next, I want you to make a long list of all the benefits that you are offering. So you could actually put this in a table if you wanted to. On the left-hand side, on the left column, you want to basically jot down all the benefits. So let's say that you are a personal trainer and are offering customized training plans for your trainees. Maybe you have a free guide that you're offering. So you have a landing page and you're offering a lead magnet. It's a free guide. And some of the benefits that you offer are templates and worksheets that people can use. Or maybe you are a software company and you have these amazing features, like you have 100,000 templates, or you have this amazing technology that you're using. What are all the benefits that you can name that your solution basically provides to your customers? Next, on the right column, I want you to write, what is the value of each of these benefits? What are they going to walk away with? What are they going to be able to do thanks to this benefit? What pain will they eliminate? How are they going to feel thanks to this specific benefit? So for example, maybe it is a parenting course and you're helping parents own their parenting and become better parents. And one of the things that you offer is scripts for handling backtalk or handling any situation with your kid. So that's the benefit. It's a script. But what is the value? The value is going to be confidence, right? That you can handle any crisis at any time using these scripts. So that's what you want to do. You want to look at the benefit on the left-hand side and you want to put the value on the right-hand side. And then comes in step number 4. You're going to pull all of that together and you're going to find your value proposition. I like to think of it about what is the big promise of this page. Now, it's very easy to kind of get confused and think, what is the big promise that I'm making in my entire business? Don't go there because that is very confusing and messy. Think about the landing page that you're creating. What is the promise on the page? For the guide that you're offering, for the calls that you're offering, for the free demo that you're offering, what is that big promise? And the promise, again, is about one of those values. You now have a long list of benefits and values, but you don't want to focus on the benefits. You want to focus on the value. What are the big things? What is the promise that you're making? The desired outcome, the pain that you are solving. And that is your value proposition. Okay, so at this point you might say, okay, Talia, I think I have it. I think I get it. Cool. But now what do I actually do with this value proposition? Well, it's actually kind of cool. The value proposition lives everywhere on your page. Once you know your value proposition, once you understand that big, meaningful promise that you're making to your customer, it actually makes it 100 times easier to write copy and design a landing page, because now you know everything you need to write on the page, every promise that you need to make. So for example, you can go back to our previous lesson where I broke down the 5 most important elements every landing page should include. And in every section that you build, you include your value proposition. So for example, when you're writing the persuasive section of, hey, this is why, this is what you're going through and this is why you need this solution, you include the value proposition. You take all of those benefits we just mentioned and you name them, but you also say, and here's why you need them. Or in your header section, you can actually include your value proposition as the main headline. And then you can use your subheader to explain how you're going to help them do that. You can do this with your bullet points. Again, name the benefit, and how it's going to help them. You can do this in the About section. Every single section on your page should include your value proposition. And even the images that you're using, they should all be about that. So if you're trying to get people to feel a certain emotion, if you're trying to make a certain promise that people are going to walk away with, then the images on the page should speak to that, because they need to amplify the copy. And that's why I always write the copy first and only then design. Let's recap everything that we spoke about today in this crash course. Number one, the value proposition is one of the most important elements of the entire landing page, if not the most important one. Number two, a value proposition is not about you, it's not about your features, it's not about your solution, and it's not about your pricing. A value proposition is a result, an outcome, a desired outcome of your customers. So don't think about it as like, hey, you're gonna save time, or hey, you're gonna save money. It's what is that amazing outcome, the dream that people have when they come to you that they're hoping to walk away with. What is that thing they're gonna walk away and say, this was the best investment ever? That's your value proposition. Next, to find your value proposition, you have to understand a few things. Number one, what is the biggest pain that your prospects are feeling right now before they find a solution? What are they struggling with? What are their challenges? What are their pains? And once you have that figured out, now what you want to do is break down the different benefits that you have in your business, or in the solution that you're offering, in the guide that you're offering, in the software that you're offering. What are those benefits? And what are their values? How do they ultimately support this pain that you mentioned at the beginning that these people are experiencing? What are the different values, emotions, feelings that people are going to walk away with by choosing your solution? And ultimately, that's going to be your value proposition, that big promise. And lastly, the most important thing is that you want to include your value proposition throughout the entire landing page, not just the headline, not just some bullet points. Everything on your landing page should include the value proposition. Don't confuse yourself. Don't kind of get all messy and try and make this big value proposition for the entire business. Focus for the task at hand. Go back to our first video from this crash course and remember that we only have one goal, one thing that we need to ask people to do, and that's what your value proposition should be about. That's it from me today. Hopefully you found this very valuable. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Apparently that's something you have to do in every video. So that's it from me. Have a great week. Bye.